basketball. ESPN Radio 94.1.
All right, Susan, we just heard from head coach Nikki McCray, and prior to that, junior Victoria Morris, our player of the game, as the Monarchs streak to an 85-34 and Donovan Classic clinching win over Mount St. Mary's to end non-conference play in the 2019 calendar year with a record of 10-2, their second consecutive season with 10 non-conference victories. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And I think today really was the icing on the cake, because when you look at this team, I think this is what you're expecting from this team, as Coach talked about it, getting some play from your inside, having your penetrators get to the rim, but also having your penetrators pitch and get it to your shooters, and your shooters knocking it down. And I would have to agree with her. It's going to be a test for some of these, like Victoria Morris and Asia Hudson came out hot. Do you keep being consistent throughout the conference now, with that shooting ability? You're not going to have to go 5 for 5 from the three-point line, but if you can, shoot 50% or, 40%, that's going to be a big key as this team goes forward in conference.
But I want you to give the listeners here who maybe have kind of brushed this program aside for a few years, and they've been starting to think about coming back and seeing the Monarchs play in person. You are part of if I remember correctly, 6, right? You were here 6 years? 5 years, excuse me. So 5 of the 17 consecutive CAA championships won under Wendy Larry, heading up all the way up to the 2008 season, the last time this team went to the NCAA tournament. Give us a little historical perspective. Having coached with 5 of those teams, where does this team stack up to those teams in terms of quality of play after what you saw the last 3 days, and what's it going to take for them to get up to that level if they're not quite there yet?
Well, I think, when we were going through that run, we did not always have the best players. There was a year Delaware was tremendous, James Madison, but what that team did was, those teams did, they took it upon themselves. It's like, not on my watch is this going to happen. And I think that's what this team has to do, because this team is capable. This team has the players, although some might be a little young still, but they have the players. They have players with ability. And I think, and they have depth. And that's so crucial in a season that goes as long as it does, to be able to have depth, to be able to have people come off the bench and give you key minutes. And I think if they can stay healthy and they continue to play with that, I don't care who scores, I don't care who gets the credit out there, let's just win. And I think they can do some things, and they can do some special things. And once they continue winning like that, then you want it even more. You heard Victoria say that left a bad taste in their mouth when they left VCU. You don't like that at all. So for them to come back out and play the way that they did, it said a lot about them as a team. Now they've got to take that into conference play.
But how can Monarch Nation and those maybe that are still kind of new, or maybe they're new to the area, they're trying to get used to it, and they're looking to see some good college basketball in person, how can the fans getting back into this building, how can they assist in that effort of what you're looking for out of this team, that similar not on my watch mentality being put in place by being able to add that extra value in how difficult an environment this can be at Chartway Arena?
Well, I think what's important is that we know that Nikki McCray came in here and wanted to turn this program around and wanted to bring it back to where it once was. And I think the fans have to, give this team and this program a little bit of credit that they're playing better. The competition level, they're starting to pick that back up again as far as their non-conference. Because that was something we always did. It was a tough non-conference that would get us prepared for the CAA. So the Conference USA, that's a tough conference, but I think now that they've seen, this team is doing what they said they want to do. So come in and give them some credit. Come in and see them. See what's out here on this floor. And I think once you come out and watch them play, you'll want to come back.
They're here. Next time Old Dominion will be back at home will not be until the new year. In fact, you have to go all the way to January 11th. That's a Saturday when the Charlotte 49ers, who are also having a good non-conference campaign, come to town for the first of 2 games between the two. Tickets for all the remaining home games, all Conference USA play the rest of this regular season, and a lot of good ones, including Western Kentucky right after that. You can go to whynottix.com and get your tickets today.